guys to think about a person who you've let into your lives. This can be a significant other or just a friend that you've grown really close to. And I want you to think about some of the reasons or purposes that these relationships came to life. Not many people can say that they've dated the same person as their best friend at the same time. I was in 4th grade and I just got home from a long day at school, and I'm just sitting on my couch, having my after-school snack, de-stressing, playing on my iPod Touch, and I opened the Words with Friends app to look to see if a specific person played me back, my crush, Watson. And he did play me back, and he sent me a chat over Words with Friends too, so I'm like, okay. So I opened the chat, and it says one word, and it's a question. It says date with a question mark. So this is 4th grade language for Watson asking me to be his girlfriend. And on the inside, I'm literally like freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be my first real boyfriend. And on the outside, I play it cool. I respond. I'm like, I'll think about it. So a whole 5 minutes passes, and I respond, and I'm like, sure, I'll be your girlfriend. So then he sends me a few heart eye emojis. I'm like, okay, this is really official. Like, I have a boyfriend. So I go upstairs, and I kind of feel like a new person for some reason. I just am really confident in myself, and the first thing I think is, I want to look really cute to school tomorrow. So I take the CFA lower school uniform, which is a white collared shirt and khaki shorts, and I try and dress it up a little. So I'm like looking at my wall, and I have this big, just layer of neon bows hanging across my wall because I was obsessed with bows. And I picked the biggest bow up there. It was this bright green headband. And I lay it out with my uniform, and I'm looking through my closet, and I find this little lace navy vest from Justice to dress up the uniform. I'm like, all right, this is the perfect outfit. So I wake up the next morning, and my mom drops me off at school, and I just remember this so vividly. I'm walking under the overhang where the chorus room and the cafeteria is, kind of like outside of the art room, and I just literally strut into school. Like, I've never been so confident in my life. My shoulders are so far back. They're like all the way back here, and I'm doing this little sassy walk. And I'm thinking, like, who's the first person who I'm gonna tell? So obviously I go up to my best friend Parker, and I'm like, Parker, I have really big news. Like, this is huge. And she's like, no way, I have something to tell you too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy, why don't you go first? And she's like, no, I think you should go first. I'm like, all right, let's just go at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Watson asked me out. And we both said this at the same exact time. So I realized that Watson may have been the kind of guy who liked to have more than one girlfriend at once. Ended up dumping him over Words with Friends. But I've kept that sense of self-confidence with me that I gained from that half-day relationship to this day. Because oftentimes we associate self-worth with the thought or idea of having another person. Our self-confidence becomes no longer dependent on ourselves, but dependent on other people. Don't get me wrong, I've had many great relationships and friendships, and I've gained some lifelong friends. But also, I've had some not-so-good experiences where people have left my life. And I've chosen to learn something from these experiences. I've chosen to take them and better myself from them. It's a part of human nature where there's going to be someone at some point where you may get let down, or you may have bad judgment of character and welcome someone into your life who they're not who you thought they were going to be, and they leave your life. But as long as you have self-confidence and you know that everything's going to be okay in the end, you'll always have yourself no matter the outcome of the situation. Thank you.